we were given a lot of answers, and there were a lot of options for treatment and care that actually made it seem really possible that this may not be something that I'm dealing with for the rest of my life. And that's not something that everybody hears. And I need to say that with a caveat, because also, one, everyone will become disabled eventually. That is a truth that is actually in the Ontario Human Rights Code. That it acknowledges that we will all become disabled eventually. At least the last time I checked. I can just, someone's gonna hear this and then look it up and be like, "She's wrong." Please.
Well,
please
there's a special on Netflix right now about a guy who's trying to break that, but that's a story for another day.
Yeah. But and so while there are while there's questions of, you know, am I going to have long COVID forever? That may not necessarily be the case. But now also as I am aging, and as I am, you know, living with, I am semi-reluctant to say this online, and also itself. So since I'm living with the tism, comorbidities of that do also include things like Ehlers-Danlos. And that is something that I have scored highly on. So while I may not live with long COVID forever, it could create complications for a potential Ehlers-Danlos diagnosis, which is something that's, you know, in consideration with everything right now as well. Will that mean that I am living life the same way as I'm living with long COVID in the future? Not necessarily. There's way too many variables up in the air with that. And there are, what I'm finding now with living with this is that there are a lot more ways that I can be taking care of myself that are not even known to, like, oftentimes the public healthcare system. Regardless of whether someone believes in a naturopath or not, I highly encourage people to go and talk with a naturopath and set up a session or two, just to gain a sense of their perspective, and look up the stuff that they're talking about, because and really, like, just test out some things for themselves.